and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Kamen Rider Drive review for you today. This is Type Formula TK-09. Really nice picture of him there on the side. Here he is in the box. Cool picture on the top here. More cool pictures on the side. In the back. Not really much going on the bottom. But we'll go ahead and get him out of the packaging and take a closer look. Alright, so here's everything you get in the box. You get his main weapon, the trailer hoe, or trailer cannon. I think it looks pretty nice. It's mostly blue, but there is some black detailing here on the sides, and then silver on the end. I think it looks pretty good. The handle cannot slide up like in the show. It almost kind of looks like it can, but it's one solid piece. You get these two Type Formula tires that go on his wrists. It would probably be really hard to see, but it does say Type Formula, but it's very tiny. It's written across here, and my camera probably doesn't want to. There, you can kind of see it. Type Formula. So there you go. He also, of course, comes with, this is the kind of front piece. And I think it's cool how you can see on here, he's got stickers of all the other shift cars. Fire Braver, Deco Traveler. Some of these are really hard to see. Max Flare on the side there. Road Winter. And I'll show you more of that as we look around. But he's got stuff on top here too. If I zoom in. Oops. You can see Massive Monster. And this one says Justice Hunter. So I think that's neat. He's got stickers on for all the other shift cars. I think on the show he's got a lot more. He might even have them on his legs, but they're not painted. These are really not going to show up. But he's got other names here written on his legs. But because they're not painted and they're not stickers or anything, they're really hard to see. Even with the naked eye, they're kind of hard to see. But I think Type Formula looks pretty good. You're going to take this piece, and there's just a little hole right here, and just a little peg right there. So you just lift this up, and you just peg it right on top. And I think they did it so you can take it off, because in the show, he had it taken off, and his pit crew fixed him up. So I think you can kind of reenact that from the show if you like. The two tires, just go ahead and pop. You just put him right, his hands right through, and they just click on. You don't have to remove anything, which is nice. Get on there, you. There we go. So that's cool. I think that's a neat idea to have one on each wrist. Since they're kind of, they have to have the tire in a different place every time. I think that's pretty neat. And I kind of like the use of small tires. And then if you open up his hand, he holds the trailer cannon pretty well. Much better than, say, like Kiwami Arms held the DJ gun. I think it actually holds up pretty well. I also really like the spoiler on the back. I think that looks kind of cool. And you can see he's got kind of a thruster here, which is nice. And then he's got the same kind of detailing in the black on the back that, like, Type Speed does. He's got the same articulation as all of the other, TK figures. Head's on a ball joint. The joint in the shoulder is a little limited as far as it can't go forward that much because of all this kind of front stuff. But it can go back and it can go out to the side. He's got the bicep swivel. He's got 90 degrees at the elbow. Now he does have a second amount of articulation on the other side of the tire, where it can swivel there, and the wrist can also swivel. So you got double swivel, one right there and one right there. But then the fingers are the same. And he's got the waist articulation. The legs are the same as always. Same with the thigh swivel, knee 90 degrees, and ball joint in the foot. So pretty much articulation. I like it a lot. And I really like the color scheme. I like the dark blue with the black and the gold and the white. I think it looks really, really good together. I wanted to do a close-up here just for the kind of the chest, but also mostly the head. I like the head sculpt a lot. It's a little goofy, but I definitely like the giant visor across his eyes that has the kind of spoiler up top, even though he's got a spoiler back here. And I like the yellow. It breaks up the blue a little bit. So I really like the head sculpt. So of course he is a TK figure, so he can tire coke on just like anybody else. Go ahead and pop off these little tires, one on each hand. And they just slide right off. Put them off to the side. And then just for fun, I'm going to bring in Funky Spike. You put it on exactly the same way. You just slide it over the hand. Is that clipped on? Yes. No. It's a little difficult to clip them on and off just because you don't have as easy a place to grip with them being on the arms like this. Come on, you. There we go. But once they snap in well. I mean, you can hear it. And then I've got Fire Braver. I'm going to pop on this side. There we go. So I haven't seen on the show how he uses like two cars like this. I don't know if he puts one in the brace and then the second one in the brace right afterwards. But I think that's pretty cool. Oops. He's really giving me the business about standing. I guess he is a little bit top heavy just because of the extra weight of the spoiler and the front of the car here. But I think it looks really cool. I think it's neat that he can have two tires at once. Let me see if I can get Fire Braver out here. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could have all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I mean, this weight's not going to stay up from this, but there you go. But, I mean, I think it looks really neat. I really like that he can wield two tires at once. I think that's really cool. Now, he does have formula-specific tires, but they're going to be part of a premium Bandai. I think it's TK-PB-02. Is going to be the 3 tiny tires from the 3 formula cars that were just introduced on the show, his kind of pit crew. But for now, I think it's really neat that he can dual wield regular tires. And I also just wanted to show real quick that, of course, his little tires can clip onto Trideron. But unfortunately, mostly because of the large spoiler thing here in the back, he does not fit in Trideron all that well. He can kind of sit in, but it's not going to be able to close because he can't really get all the way down like he needs to. Let me try to move the hands. See if I can get this. I think this is about the farthest down I've been able to get him to sit. But yeah, unfortunately the spoiler just kind of ruins it. So unfortunately he can't really stand or sit in Trideron. But on the show, he runs so fast that I guess he doesn't really need him in this form. So I really like Type Formula a lot more than I thought I would. When I first saw the design, I thought it was kind of weird that he has the giant front section of the car hanging off his chest. But it's really grown on me, and I really like the giant spoiler on his back as well. I really love the color scheme. I think the dark blue with the kind of white and gold really just works well together. I think it's a neat touch to have the other names of the tires all over his body like a normal NASCAR or stock car would have, you know, sponsors and different logos and stuff all over. So I think that's a neat touch. I also really think it's cool that he has 2 tires, one on each arm. I think it's a neat idea to be able to dual wield tires, and this is the first form, of course, that we've seen able to do that. All the accessories he comes with I think are really cool. The cannon looks really good. He holds it fairly well. And the 2 tires he comes with, while they're kind of basic, I think look really good. The gold stripe is nice. So I love this guy. I definitely recommend him. I think he's kind of one of the better TKs we've gotten. TK-08 I was a little underwhelmed with, but I think this guy is pretty excellent. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at TK-09 Type Formula, and thanks for watching.